This is your Wednesday week 5 maths. So we're on, week 21 in your New Wave maths. This is our 5th week, but it's week 21 in the New Wave maths. So our first question here is asking us to write these numbers in ascending order. So that word there is important, ascending. Ascending means going up, okay? The opposite of that would be going down, and that would be descending order. But we're looking to arrange these going up, so we want to start with the smallest and go up to the biggest. Now, you notice that this is a decimal, this is a decimal, this is a percentage, this is a fraction, and this is a decimal. And that's no good to us. We need to have them all the same so that we can compare them and see which is bigger and which is smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down these here as, I think I'm going to go with, write them all as a decimal. So this one will stay as 0.36. This one will stay as 0.03. Now, 12% as a decimal, that is 0.12. 3/5, well, 1/5 is 0.2, 2/5 is 0.4, and 3/5 is 0.6. And I'm just going to put a 0 in so that they all have the same amount of numbers after the decimal. And this one's 0.3, I'm going to write that down as 0.3, and I'm going to put a 0 in here just so that all of the numbers are in the same format. I'm not going to do the last bit for you. The last bit is to work out which of these is the smallest, and you put that in here, then the second smallest, and so on up until the biggest number over here. Number 2, 20% of €80. Now, 20%, what we want to do is get that as a fraction. So we know that that is 20 out of 100. It's 20%. And we can simplify this. I can divide 20 into the top and it goes once. I can divide 20 into the bottom and it goes 5 times. So what we're being asked to do is find 1/5 of €80. And that's easy enough. We just divide it by 5 and that'll give us 1/5. Number 3 here, we have to simplify the ratio, and the ratio is 20 is to 5. And to simplify it, it's just like simplifying fractions. What can I divide into each side? So I can divide 5 in there, it'll go in 4 times, and on this side it'll go in once. So 20 is to 5 is the same as 4 is to 1. Number 4, how many degrees has a triangle? And we've done this a lot in class. It doesn't matter what triangle you draw, if you add up the angles in here, they will always be the same. How many degrees is that? What speed is a car traveling if it does 5 kilometers every 5 minutes? Now, we could say it's going 5 kilometers per minute, but nobody talks about kilometers per minute. And they ask us in the question here to do kilometers per hour. So, if it's doing 5 kilometers in 5 minutes, okay, we want to know how much is it doing in an hour. Now, to turn 5 minutes into an hour, we have to multiply it by something to get 60. So 5 multiplied by what gives you 60, and 5 times 12 is 60. Now that's 60 minutes, and another way of saying that is 1 hour. And if we're multiplying this side by 12, well, we'll have to do the same over here. So 5 times 12 here is 60 kilometers. So in 1 hour, it's doing 60 kilometers. So it must be going at 60 kilometers per hour. Now, we haven't done much of these ones before. They can be a little bit tricky, but if you rewind that there, hopefully you'll understand that one, and we'll be doing more over the coming weeks. Question 6, we're adding two numbers and they're both negative numbers. This is -4 and -2. So we're going to start off at 0 and we're going to go back 2. So that's -1, -2, and we land here. Oh, sorry, actually first we're going -4, so -3 and -4, and we're going to land on -4 if we go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going back another -2. So jump 2 more, and where will you land here? Question 7, 0.9 on top, 0.3 on the bottom. We're multiplying. 3 nines is 27. Put down a 7, carry a 2. 3 zeros are nothing, and 2 is 2. And we count up how many numbers in our sum after a decimal. There's 2, so we count from the right hand side, 1, 2. That's our decimal, and we put a 0 in front to tidy it up. Number 8, how many degrees has the minute hand rotated? Now, yesterday we worked out what this angle was here, which is how many degrees there are when the hour hand moves 1 hour. So we can double our answer from yesterday. Now, if you can't remember yesterday's, we can still work this out. So the full circle is 360 degrees. If we rotate it from here all the way around, it'd be 360. So this is going 2 hours. So if we went another 2 hours here, that'd be 4. Another 2 would bring us to 6. Another 2 to 8. Another 2 to 10. And another 2 would bring us back to 12. So you can see, if you think of this like a cake, it's been sliced up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So if we take this 360 degrees and divide it by 6, that will tell us what is this angle in here, because it's the full circle sliced up into 6 pieces. So do your division sum there, and that'll tell you how many degrees it's rotated. Question 9, with 5 meters, 20 centimeters is 5 and 20 over 100 meters. Well, if we want to show hundredths in the decimal, we need a place for the tenths and I need a place for the hundredths. So 2 places. And you just have to put the number 20 into those 2 places. 5.20. What is the average of the following numbers? The way we do that is we add them up, add these numbers up. There's 4 of them, so after we add them up, we divide our answer by 4, and that will tell us the average. This one here, this one is easier than it looks. If you start trying to do 14 multiplied by 25, that's very difficult. But because it's all multiplication here, we can do any part of this first. So if you look at this part first, 25 times 4, that's 100. And now, so that's 100. And now if we multiply 14 by 100, we just have to add 2 zeros onto 14 and we'll have our answer in here. So that one is actually easier than it looks when you think about it. Number 12, draw a net of a triangular prism. Now a triangular prism looks like this. It's like a Toblerone bar. Okay, that's what it looks like as a 3D shape. But we're not being asked to draw that. We're being asked to draw what would it look like if you folded it out flat on a piece of paper. Number 13, we have to insert either plus, minus, multiply or divide into these ones here. Remember the brackets tell us we have to do this part first. And the only way to do this is just try the different signs in there and see which one comes out with an answer of 10. Number 14, we have to round this to 2 decimal places. So this is going to be 10 point, and there's going to be 2 decimal places, and we're not allowed to put any more in. So we have a 2 here, and we don't know if this 1 is going to stay as a 1. We have to look at the number that comes after it. 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, go to the floor. So this is one that's going to climb, so that means this 1 is going to go up 1 number. And I'll let you work out what that is there. 10 squared, that is 10 multiplied by 10. So if you count up the tens, there's 2 of them. That's what this is talking about here, this 2. So again, I'll let you work out the answer to that. Number 16, what is the difference? Now, when you hear difference, we are talking about subtraction. What is the difference between the areas of the two squares? So to get the area of the big square, we're going to take its 5 across and its 5 down. So its area is going to be 5 meters by 5 meters, and that's equal to 25 meters squared. The smaller square, we're going to do 3 meters by 3 meters is equal to 9 meters squared. So the area of the big one is this, the area of the small one is that, and if we take them away from each other, we'll have our answer for what's the difference between the two. Number 17, we're writing 50 over 1,000 as a decimal. So it's going to be 0 point, and it's thousands, so we need 3 places after our decimal point. And we need to put a 50 in here. So the 50 will go in there. Anything that's empty, we can fill it in with a 0. Add brackets to this number sentence. Now, I got lucky the first day I did one of these, which I'm going to try it again today. I'm just going to put brackets here and see does this work. So 70 divided by 10, that's equal to 7. So 7 times 5 is 35, and we divide it by 1, and we get 35. So I've got lucky again. If I put the brackets somewhere else, it probably wouldn't have worked out. Question 19, 4 kilograms and 20 grams. Now remember, in a full kilogram there's 1,000 grams. So that's 4 and 20 over 1,000 kilograms. So it's thousandths, we need 3 places after the decimal, and we have to put our 20 in there, just like we did in this sum number 17 up here. And the last one, nice easy one, we just have to write them on top of each other, 5.027 plus 5.913. Add them up, and that's your answer for number 20. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you get on okay with it, and hoping to see some of you in a Zoom call today as well. All right, I'll be back tomorrow.